While a lot of us were probably looking at yesterday's snow and asking, when is spring going to start? You have to admit, it was pretty to look at this morning. Check out this video shot by our photojournalist Scout Fishman near Augusta.
We melted about 2 inches where we are today in the sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty. I like...
Gorgeous.
I like skiing. You know I like skiing this time of year. We're getting towards the end. We're getting towards the end. But days like where you can break the sun and have some fresh snow.
You can enjoy both.
Yeah.
And that drive, obviously, to Augusta today was one of those.
Yeah. I think they were doing maybe a school visit. Dana's been doing a lot of those.
Very busy.
Yes.
Visiting students.
All over. She's been doing all over. This is what we have for snowfall totals. We have that kind of the higher end up there on the top left there, and then kind of taper it down from there. I would say the spot that surprised me was a spot like Turner. Augusta got a decent amount of snow, as we just showed you, and we had the bullseye farther north than that, so it ended up being a little bit farther south. It's always a fun game, you know, when it comes to the snowfall totals like this. Meanwhile, Bangor and Bath ended up on the lower end at an inch or so. We did melt a decent amount of it today, even though it wasn't all that warm. It was nice and bright. And that's what made it such a nice day. In fact, I think it's a day that in the middle of the day, if you walked out and polled people, hey, what do you think the temperature is right now? They'd probably say, you know, upper 40s, maybe 50 degrees. But in reality, most of the day was spent in the 30s, and we briefly got into the low 40s, which is a solid 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. But just the sun being out when we haven't had all that much of it, I think, made it feel a little bit nicer than it really was. So it's clear through the rest of the next few hours, and then partly cloudy or so tonight. This model is developing a little bit of low cloudiness around later tonight along the coastline here. Either way, temperatures drop down to the 20s and teens, so it's pretty chilly for this time of the year. That's where we start tomorrow morning. The first half of tomorrow is really quite pleasant, a lot of sunshine, temperatures quickly into the low to mid 40s, and then clouds come in from southwest to northeast tomorrow afternoon. Coming in before sunset over western Maine, the clouds probably coming in after sunset over down east and northern Maine, and then we go back into the clouds, the overcast here on Friday with some rain and snow showers around Friday morning, turning to more spotty rain showers and maybe some drizzle Friday afternoon. But I don't think Friday's a particularly nice day with the cloud cover and those cooler temperatures around. Weekend forecast has been tough. At no point has it looked great, I'll say that. But they've been kind of moving, the models have been moving around this low a little bit. So at this point, it looks like we'll see some rain and snow moving in Saturday afternoon, and then some scattered showers on Sunday. But there's a big difference between where the European model in black has that low and where the GFS model in red has that low. And that's the difference between just kind of a cloudy-ish Sunday and a rainy Sunday. And the models are still, believe it or not, kind of divergent on that. We have leaned towards the European model, but we have left a shower chance in on Sunday. As I said to you guys earlier, we haven't moved that weekend forecast enough that it's now a nice weekend. So it's kind of like if we end up with scattered showers as opposed to rain on Sunday, that would be a change, but it's not super significant, so we'll keep an eye on that. Looks nice on Monday in the low to mid 50s, and then Tuesday I played it conservatively cool. We could be warmer than that depending on a front, but right now I have us in the 40s with upside potential. That's what you want.
Yeah, we'll take potential.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keith.